Hello and welcome back to another Pretty HD video, and today we've got episode 17 of Birmingham City Career Mode, and we start today's episode off with a game against Preston North End at Ivy Lane. We return to the infamous Ivy Lane. We are in 10th at the moment after the previous episode, which really seems odd, because if anything, I thought we did quite well in the previous few episodes, but of course that loss in the very last game of the last episode was really tough on us, really, and we just didn't play well enough, and we got the 1-0 loss, and we fall down from 9th to 10th, so we actually made minus progress, negligible progress in that episode, which was a real surprise after how well we played against Reading, I believe it was, when we got the 4-0 win, which was a fantastic 4-0 win, but we can't keep dwelling on that. We've got to improve, and you see attackingly now we get a good chance here, but unfortunately it is dragged wide there on the first time hit by the left foot of Che Adams. Now on the left hand side we get Keaton Bell. He plays a through ball into Che Adams, and Che Adams has a shot, but it just sort of drags along the floor and just isn't quite good enough, and yet again they are firing shots at us relentlessly. We've got 4 games for you in this episode as well this time out. Maybe I should have done a triple tap there, but unfortunately it just wasn't powerful enough and doesn't beat the goalkeeper in the end. On the right hand side now, Preston cut inside in the area. If it wasn't for Kujak there, we would be 1-0 behind. So a very well fought game so far. Preston are a good team. They are thereabouts, high in the table around us again. So it's a pretty big one, really. Again, I'm saying this a lot, but so many games are coming at us thick and fast now. And they are big games. They are games that we have to try and get wins in. At least draws. And it just didn't look like that was going to happen at any point in this game. Like, I just couldn't see us winning. We were on a bit of a patchy spell. And then this happened. Luckily, it didn't go in. 0-0, final result. A solid draw, but a draw that we probably didn't deserve. It was a rather worrying game. Not many positives to take out of it. And we need to try and get our team together right now. We need to try and regroup and go back to square one for the next game. But I seem to be saying that way too often. I seem to be saying it one time too many. Because it is like every game now we seem to sort of be okay, but certainly not the quality that we want to be. It's a miracle that we are where we are in the league, because I think we've had a really patchy season, some real up and down patches of form, and some real confusing patches of form as well. I really don't know what the quality of my team is at the moment, and if we can't get a good string of wins together, it wouldn't surprise me if we fall into the lower half of the table. If we can get a few, wins together, then who knows, we could fly. In fact, we are still in 10th, but we are only in 10th by 2 points. But we do have this game in hand now. And this one is against QPR. We start the game, I genuinely thought that was a penalty then. Luckily it wasn't, and they only earn a corner from it, QPR. But the London side, they whip it in now. It's towards the front post. The near post is a dangerous area on corners. Unfortunately, it wasn't defended very well. He goes back into the area again. But unfortunately for the QPR team, the header just wasn't propelled well enough into the corner of the net. Anyway, now we get a corner, likewise, and we do actually win the header there with Donaldson, but it doesn't guide its way in. We never score from corners, as you should all know if you've been watching this series since the start. We get a last-ditch challenge in here and just about clear it, and somehow it ends up at our feet. Now the counter-attack truly is on. We've still got possession here despite getting tackled, and now it's down the right-hand side. It's Donaldson now. He tries to cut inside. He tries to turn back. He's got it into Fabrini, our central attacking midfielder, and now, yes, there we go. That is a brilliant goal and a great start. What a way to take advantage of your counter-attack. David Davis, the player possibly leaving the club. It looks like he's enjoying life at the moment. In real life, of course, he's just signed a 3-year contract, so it just proves how unrealistic FIFA is. So yeah, that is immense. It's great to see such a well-worked counter-attack, to take advantage of counter-attacks like that, to punish QPR in the final minutes of the first half. That was a huge goal, and now my team talk's completely changed at half-time. Now on the right-hand side, we've got Kobe Arthur. Man, that was a big chance for him. He had a lot of space there and a lot of time. His first time shot, I understand why he took it first time, but, But we go through one-on-one again with Donaldson here. Donaldson has the shot after he realised he was getting caught up by the defending team, and unfortunately for him, it doesn't quite go in. Kujak again making quite a good save, and we actually win. Unbelievable result, genuinely, against QPR, a team who, again, are there or about around us. Because we're in mid-table, we've got to beat the teams just below us, we've got to beat the teams just above us, and anything more is just cushy. So, literally, I am so glad that we got that win, because it seems to break up what has been an unusual previous few games. Let's see whether we can rise up the table now, going into the third game of the episode, which is a game against Norwich. Now, Norwich City are a very, very good side in this league. They are, again, thereabouts in the automatic promotion spot. Now, we need to be very cautious. The last game we played against Norwich, it was okay in the reverse fixture, but it wasn't fantastic. And if we can get a win here, it would be huge. It would be massive. I'm not expecting a win, but it would be a shame if we couldn't at least get a draw, because we seem to have just maybe turned the season around, and I don't want to lose that sort of consistency. You can see where they are in the table, in fact, and if it wasn't for Preston and Aston Villa, they would be on top. In fact, I didn't realise Preston were doing quite that well. It'd be amazing if they could keep up that form and actually go up. And, oh my god, last episode I was speaking about making games harder for myself, and man, I couldn't have got a better example. 5 minutes in, Norwich have already broken me down, and I think we could really be in for a cracker, for them. Anyway, this is going to be one long game. Unless I score, then it's not going to be a long game at all. Anyway, so we try and get the goal back early on, but it's not really falling for us. And it isn't until half an hour in that we get another chance. And it is just a half chance at that too. Chatham's on the right-hand side, though, plays it back into the area now. It is Liexupeng, in fact, on the end of that shot. We go in at half-time, though, at 1-0 to Norwich, and I can't really see much creativity there. I can't really see much attacking flair, and to be honest, I'm not really seeing much positives to take from this game. Granted, they haven't had many chances. I probably don't even consider that goal fair. I think it was slightly unlucky, but at the end of the day, a goal's a goal, and unfortunately, Barrera can't get it in the net there. It hits the post, and genuinely, that was heart-wrenching for me, because we had been decent in the start of the second half, and it is us who hit the post first. Norwich, dreadful shot from their striker, don't know what he was thinking there, flies it over the bar, and now Barrera gets a chance. No, Che Adams, on the ball! Che Adams is firing wide, like, I don't even know, like a stormtrooper or something. I have no clue what is going on, apart from the fact that Cotterill can't score either, due to a very, very good save, no doubt, by the Norwich keeper, I believe. Is it John Ruddy in goal? So, I mean, it's like watching Star Wars, genuinely, because we cannot score. And then I get this gift of a chance, reminiscent of the Fulham free kick. We'd run through on goal with Chathams. I wasn't going to get sweaty, but John Ruddy yet again pulls off the save, and our attacks seem relentless, yet completely ineffective. And then I do that. I don't know quite why I did that. Granted, Morrison turned into a ghost for a second then, but I get a red card, and it is a deserved red card too. I genuinely can't understand why I decided to try and take him out. I think I was actually going for a genuine attempt for the ball.
You're talking bullshit.
No, okay, I wasn't. I wasn't. But either way, a complete waste of a red card, because next game is Wolves, and I didn't actually know this at the time. I was just trying to get back into the game. It was 1-0. I knew I could still get back into it, and I didn't want to concede a second because I knew I could still get back into it. But considering we have got to the end of the game now, and we know that we don't score a goal, it wasn't worth it at all, because it's just a waste of a centre-back. Donaldson and Chathams especially, should have been more clinical. That chance at the end as well with Keith and Beld, he maybe could have done a little better there. But we lose this one, and it's another loss on the board. And it's another step away from promotion, not step towards. But for Norwich, of course, it's a great result, because they, of course, were going to be up for the game, because they are, indeed, in third spot. They want second or first. Now we've got the game against Wolves. This is a huge one, actually, because Wolves are basically doing very bad this season. They are in 19th in the league. But it's a derby, and anything can happen, and it is probably the worst time possible for a derby. Oh, look, the Wolverhampton players matching with the stewards. So it's basically probably one of the worst times for a derby, because we need wins, and we all know that anything can happen in derbies. We are the best defensive team in the league by a mile, though, so that's a good sign. And we know anything can happen in derbies. So, despite the fact that we might be a lot better than them on paper, we are still going to try and push for a win. You can see there that they will defend. They will defend all out until they can grab the goal. And unfortunately, we don't quite get it from the corner. Very close one, though, and a very, very good save by the Wolverhampton keeper. They fire wide there. That's one of the few chances they have in the first half. But we are only still 20 minutes in. And then we pass it down the right-hand side. It's whipped into the area now. And it's back fallen. It's just everywhere now. I don't even know. It's free-falling in the air. And unfortunately for us, we can't quite get it into the net. But then we unleash a wicked shot there. It just whacks off one of the Wolverhampton defenders, and that must have really stung, especially on the cold day that it appears to be. Now, we play it in with Fabrini into Clayton Donaldson, and how that was saved, I don't know, because that was a very powerful shot. That was one of the most powerful shots we've unleashed this year. Fabrini hits one, and again, it's blocked. We can't get that finished product. Now, we are with David Davis. It's played into Jacob Murphy. Jacob Murphy's shot is saved, and somehow we go in at half-time 0-0. I'm not quite sure how. But at the end of the day, I've said it way too many times this year. We need that final product. It doesn't matter how well we played. If we don't get the goal, we can't win football matches. And that is a Michael Owen-esque quote there, isn't it? But we need to try and get the win here. And literally, I don't know what to say. Genuinely, I don't know what to say now. And it's not just because I've run out of things or vocabulary to say in a commentary. It's because I cannot understand how that ball has not gone in the back of the bloody net. I need to calm down because we've just hit the post again. That's the end of the game. It's 0-0. A very disappointing 0-0. We deserve the win so much there in that derby. And I'm not just being biased on editing-wise either. I love how Chad just ignored the Wolves player then as well, probably asking for his shirt. Anyway, I do thank you for watching. If you did enjoy my shoes, smash that like button down below. I will be with some more FIFA 17 content coming your way very, very soon. And I will see you in the next video. Make sure you click it on the screen right now. Go on. Go on. Okay, you don't have long left.